From 16 beautiful and intelligent women, 6 have made it to the ultimate grand finale of GMB 2021. Who will be crowned Ghana's most beautiful queen 2021? Sunday, 3rd October. Is it Safwa, Manu, Akosia, Mfojo, Settle, Wedaga? Vote for your favorite via short code *713*13# GMB, rediscovering true beauty.
And is sponsored by Lavon's Tomato Mix, Camel now from Kerex, Freedom from Casaprecon, GTP, Darling Lemon Drink, Airtel Tigo's Big Time Bundles,
Lufat,
Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Heaven Black Mosquito Spray and Coil, and Napa Mackerel,
Geisha, Close Up,
Ayo Insurance, Fan Milk Nutri Day Yogurt, and supported by
Who wants to be the next gospel star? CJ Multimedia, in collaboration with TV3, present The Next Gospel Star Season 2. The Next Gospel Star, the only strictly gospel talent hunt show in Ghana, is back on your screens again with The Next Gospel Star Season 2. The 20 contestants ready to do battle for the 13-week gospel reality show are Becky, Entry, Afi, Gloria, Nesta, Portia, Matilda, Saratu, Cosmos, Tandy, Happy, Na, Precious, Judith, Akurugu, Clark, Joe, Ejewa, Stefan, and Francis. Who wins the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis plus an all-expense paid trip to Dubai and pocket money? That's not all. A recording contract also awaits the ultimate winner of the Next Gospel Star Season 2. To vote for your favorite contestant, dial *365*300# and enter the name of the contestant. You can also log on to www.cjtv.com.gh and vote. The Next Gospel Star is brought to you kind courtesy CJ Multimedia and Joe's Place Guest House and Event Center, West Hill City, Accra, and is supported by The Next Gospel Star. The Next Gospel Star, starting Sunday 10th October at 4 p.m. on TV3.
It's midday. Good afternoon. Welcome to the news here on TV3 from the News Hub at Adisawe Kanda in Accra. It's on DSTV channel 279. Also across all our social media platforms. It's TV3 Ghana. You can also download the 3 News app on the Google Play or App Store and watch us live from wherever you are. Top stories this afternoon. National Disaster Management Organization in the Echima district discovers one more body in the Abuabo River, bringing the number to 2. 4 others remain unaccounted for after Monday's floods. Also, some concerned parents of Muslim students at the Wesley Girls High School petitioned the National Peace Council to furnish them with updates on consultations aimed at resolving conflicts between school regulations and religious faith practices. And on the international front, new data reveals China hands out at least twice as much development money as the US and other major powers. So stay with me for details of these stories and even more. Let's begin this afternoon from the Ashanti region, because the National Disaster Management Organization in the Ejima district has discovered one more body in the Abuabo River, bringing the number to 2. 4 others remain unaccounted for after Monday's downpour. The latest victim is a male believed to be in his late 30s. Let's go over now and speak to my colleague, William Evansinkum. He's been monitoring the situation for us. William, tell us about the latest. Has there been any more discoveries since the last update?
Well, so the latest, body was found right at this very spot where I'm standing at the moment. You can still see some empty schnapp. So this was a ritual that was performed before the body was removed from the Abuabo River. It is a male. So far, 2 males have been found at the moment out of the reported 6 missing by NADMO. Pamela, I can tell you that even few people that I've spoken with as far as the disaster is concerned still don't believe that perhaps structures sitting in the waterway could be the cause of this latest disaster. They believe that maybe the river goddess is angry, and that is why people are being driven. People are being drowned as far as this place is concerned. So that is the piece of information. But what you also do know is that so far there hasn't been any official report from anybody concerning missing persons. So NADMO is still doing everything possible to reach the families of the 2 bodies that they've been able to discover from the Abuabo River.
And I see behind you, Evans, that just close by the waterway are some buildings sitting just along the banks of the water body. This is a concern to city authorities. What have they been telling you with respect to these buildings and how to deal with the flooding situation?
Well, so yesterday when I spoke with one of the NADMO directors, 2 people work here. We're talking about, because the two districts, we're talking about Kumasi Metro and then Achuma district. They share boundary, and this particular river happens to lie within the very core of the boundary. So they are working together. When I spoke with the Kumasi Metro NADMO director, he said that most of these structures erected here do not have the permit. But all attempt to get them, do the right thing has proven futile. And you will recall that, in one of the interview that he had with us yesterday, he said they have a limitation when it comes to what they can do. If you're talking about demolition and all of that, they can only make recommendation for the appropriate authority to come in and take action if it has to do with demolition. But I can tell you that even with few buildings or those that you see in your shot, the others that are still springing up, just a few meters from where I'm standing on my stream left is another building. Let me just see if you can see from here. So right. Over there is another building being erected as far as this particular place is concerned. A number of structures I see here sitting in the waterways. Thank you very much. William Evansinkum, our Bureau Chief there, speaking to us from the Ashanti region on this particular flooding situation. We will be monitoring that situation for you. We will get to NADMO in the subsequent bulletins to understand the extent of their rescue efforts as they've done. Let's do some other stories now. And some concerned parents of Muslim students at the Wesley Girls High School have petitioned the Peace Council to furnish them with updates on consultations aimed at resolving conflicts between school regulations and religious faith practices. It comes several months after a decision by authorities of a school to deny its students the opportunity to fast during the Ramadan, and it sparked a lot of controversy, with some describing the decision as inimical to religious harmony and tolerance. The concerned parents, including former Ghana Football Association Chairman Lepoura Alhaji Jawola, parents of the students who were denied the opportunity to fast, and some parents of Muslim students on campus, they say they want a quick amicable resolution to this particular development. And what are they demanding exactly? Let's run by you the concerns of the parents, plus the story as we've had it since April up until now. So we bring you some of the timeline. So we have April 2021, that's this year. Muslim students complained that the school does not allow her to fast during Ramadan. And that issue generated a storm on social media. I'm sure you recall that. Subsequently, the Ghana Education Service directed the school to allow the students to fast in a May 1, 2021 statement. Then we had the Methodist Church, taking a strong exception to the directive by the Ghana Education Service, and they stood by the Wesley Girls High School and the administration, plus the Parent-Teacher Association of the school on May 4 on this particular matter. And then the old students of the school and the Muslim community and many other rights groups decided to take on the school. They condemned the decision by the school to deny the students the opportunity to fast.
the Education Ministry was to hold consultations with other groups, interested parties, to attempt to find a solution to deal with the controversy. Now, more than 4 months on, a group of 5, that's parents of students, traditional leaders, and old students of Wesley Girls, are demanding updates on that consultation, which was being facilitated by the Peace Council. They want the processes expedited to ensure students are not discriminated against as another Ramadan period fast approaches. So that's the timeline of events since April, and then the demands of the concerned parents who are demanding, some action following the controversy sometime this year. Well, the Peace Council says it has received that petition and has begun backroom engagement with stakeholders on the matter. Chairman of the Council, Reverend Dr. Ernest Edu Jemfi, has been speaking to my colleague, Alfred Okanse.
But so far, it's been a good process in terms of minimizing the challenges that we do have. We've seen cases like the hijab issue that came up. I mean, tension went high, suddenly the whole thing dropped. We've seen the Wesley Girls issue. There was so much tension as if the country was going to explode. Suddenly we've seen that everything has gone quiet. Now, all these things require a lot of diplomacy. We move around, sometimes deep in the night. We are doing a lot of consultation to ensure that by the next day, Ghana remains peaceful. And these are very notable things that our members have been engaged in.
And you also agree?
So, Chairman of the Peace Council, Dr. Ernest Edu Jemfi, speaking to us. Let's do some other stories now. In the fate of 19 pupils of Kulpi Junior High School who were allegedly sodomized by a teacher in the school, that's the Natoma Utable area, is getting medical attention, is in limbo. The victims were all referred to the Tamale Teaching Hospital for medical care by health officials, the Salaga Government Hospital. Unfortunately, the parents say they do not have the financial muscle to afford the medical examination. Meanwhile, police in Salaga are yet to slap charges on the suspect. Let's get on the line now and speak to the Savannah Regional Police Public Relations Officer, Inspector Ejekum Osu. Thank you, Inspector, for joining us. Do we know why it's delayed so far to slap any charges on the teacher for allegedly sodomizing these students? Hello, Inspector. Hello, Inspector Ejekum. I'm afraid Inspector Ejekum cannot hear me. Once we're able to rectify the line to him, we'll engage him to understand exactly why the teacher in the center of this particular controversy has not been charged yet. He's been in custody for at least 72 hours. And we know the story is that the pupils and their parents say they do not have the financial muscle to afford medical examination at the Tamale Teaching Hospital after they were referred there from the Salaga Hospital. And the story is that they have been allegedly sodomized by this teacher who is currently in police custody. As and when we're able to get through to him, and also our correspondent will get the latest on this story. But while we wait for that, the SRC president at the Ghana School of Law, Wanda Victor Kuto, has attributed the 72% failure in the 2021 law school entrance exams to limited time the candidates had to prepare for the entrance examination, among others. 2,034 of the 2,824 LLB candidates who sat for the 2021 academic year Ghana School of Law entrance examinations failed.
This was what happened. So some students graduated in July at the LLB level and wrote the entrance exam in August. So technically they have just 1 month to prepare. Now they were examined on 6 areas. If you look at their paper, the paper 2, they had a question on tort and a question on constitutional law. These 2 questions are not level 400 subjects. Okay. They are done in level 200. So if you are done level 400 in July, you have to revise all these courses within 1 month to sit for the entrance exam. So we need to have a national dialogue on this. And should we allow when you are done in July, you wait for a year before you apply to the law school and sit for the entrance exam? You recall in the past, when you are done with WASSE or SSC, you wait 1 year, then you enter the university the following year. Right. So let's have a national dialogue properly.
When it comes to law.
Yes. Okay. But my issue is that if it turns out that every student passed, then all students should be admitted. We shouldn't say maybe because there's no space, we are cutting them off. So, but we should also not say, oh, let's forgo the entrance. The plans to petition Parliament has to do with students who are already at the Ghana School of Law.
Okay.
Now, we are also proposing an alternative to management that look, some students who have failed go elsewhere. They go to Gambia, they go to Sierra Leone, they go to Nigeria, and they come back to Ghana for post-call without entrance exams. And if you look at the statistics, 65% of those who were called to the Gambian bar this year are Ghanaians. If you say 790 has failed, there are some who have the money who can go to Gambia. And let me tell you, those who failed in 2019, some went to Gambia, came as post-call and passed the bar exam. They will be called to the bar this Friday. Some who passed entrance exams in 2019 failed the bar exams, and they will not be called in 2019. So some failed the entrance exam, went to Gambia, came back, and have passed the bar exam here. So
going through.
Exactly. So let's have this debate properly.
Here, the president of the SRC at the Ghana School of Law, the Victor Kuto, speaking to us on the failure rate at the entrance examination to the Ghana School of Law. Let's speak now to my colleague Christopher Marco. He's joining me on the line for the latest on the story involving the teacher in the Savannah region who is alleged to have sodomized a number of pupils of his school. We understand the victims say they are unable to afford medical bills. Christopher, thank you for joining us. Now, what is the state of this particular matter? Have the victims been able to secure the medical attention yet?
Yes, so Kamala, as we speak, the number of victims in the alleged sodomy case has increased from 16 to 18. This morning, 2 more persons have reported to the Salaga District Police to lodge a complaint. Apart from that, the victims are still yet to get examined to establish whether or not there was actually a case of sodomy on the victim. So as it stands now, the victims are unable to get examined because parents are saying that they do not have money to transport their victims to the Tamale Teaching Hospital.
And what has the police been saying also about the suspects being in custody? We know it's been almost 72 hours since they took him in. What have they been saying about the charges they're preparing to slap on him, for example?
Yes, the police would have wished to send the suspect to court, but when I spoke with them, they are saying that, the magistrates are in Accra for their annual general meeting. So there is currently no magistrate at the Salaga Magistrate Court. So it is very difficult for police to process him and send him to court to ask for him to be put back to police custody as in a remand. So for now, police are thinking of releasing the suspect and rearresting him again so that it continues till the magistrate is back to Salaga for them to prepare charges against him and take him to the police, the court. Now, the second issue has to do with, I'm reliably informed that the family of the suspect are in Salaga to demand for bail for the suspect.
Okay, thank you very much, Christopher Marco, our Savannah Region correspondent there. Joining me on the other line is the Savannah Regional Police Public Relations Officer, Inspector Ejekumo. So thank you for joining me, Inspector. I was asking earlier why it has delayed so far to be able to charge this individual in question, having kept him in custody for almost 72 hours. I'm afraid we've lost him there on the line, but that's the story. The 19 victims who are alleged to have been sodomized by this teacher are unable to receive medical care, and they say they have been trying to secure, some financial muscle to transport their children from the area to the Tamale Teaching Hospital for medical examination. Now, the University Teachers Association of Ghana on Monday, 27th September, met government over the demands they were making for improved service conditions. UTAG on the 2nd of August also began an industrial action over what it said was a failure of government to restore the 2012 salary levels for the members. We also know that UTAG suspended its 13-day strike in August after reaching a memorandum of understanding with government to begin negotiations on their service conditions. However, days after the expiration of that MOU, some members of UTAG have expressed disappointment over the failure of government to address their concerns. The meeting was expected to bring finality to the lingering concern of the association. And so we're joined on a line. We'll be speaking in a short while to UTAG officials to understand what the current state of this particular negotiation is and why they appear to be dissatisfied with the negotiations and also the implementation of that MOU that was agreed between government and the UTAG officials. As and when we get any of the UTAG officials, we'll engage them. Now, the Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, who is also a member of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, is calling for capacity building for public sector workers in the area of procurement processes. He said the procurement infractions that occurred in some state institutions in 2017 are simply unpardonable.
Don't want to prejudice any outcome. However, it was interesting. One thing that runs true, I realized that we need to build the capacity of public servants and civil servants, but capacity in the area of our procurement laws, in the area of financial administration regulations, in the area of laws that are meant to regulate the conduct of those who manage public purse. I realize that we have a lot of deficiency. Two, there are outright disregards to supervisory rules by management or leaders of various institutions. Three, you realize the issues of rent. Could you imagine you have a district where you have a bank. That bank manager lives strangely in government bungalow, because bungalow belonging to the assembly, 2-bedroom bungalow, and the bank manager pays 20 Ghana cedis a month as rent. And in fact, he's even in arrears of 2 years, 20 Ghana cedis a month. You find other places, you have people occupying state property, 2-bedroom bungalows, and they are paying 8 cedis a month, and they are not even paying. And this thing runs true. You find complete procurement that are done regardless what is demanded by the procurement law. You also find instances where people go in to do purchases without having even any receipt, particularly entering of the logbooks of various agencies where fuel is bought. They don't even enter the logbook. Sometimes they enter, but they don't indicate where those fuel were used with the various vehicles for what purpose. You find a lot. But one positive thing that came up, as a result of our public hearing, is that many of the people, because they knew that the Public Accounts Committee will be coming, they will go and make the payment. And I can tell you, if you sit and quantify the total amount of money people paid before they appeared before the committee, it will run into several millions. But for the Public Accounts Committee, they wouldn't have made those payments.
In other news this afternoon, Chairman of the National Peace Council, Reverend Dr. Ernest Edujemfi, has cautioned politicians to identify the issues that are of national concern and address them with a bipartisan approach. He cautioned that if a solution is not found to the increasing rate of youth unemployment, the situation could threaten the peace of the country.
The issue of youth employment is a major crisis for this country. And I believe that politicians should be able to sit down and understand that, look, let's deal with certain issues that are really of national character. And then we can talk about the other political things once in a while, But when we push everything into politics, as soon as it's coming from this party, we'll fight it. We will not let it stand. And then this other party comes in, we keep fighting it. We won't make any progress. And I think that youth employment now is a major crisis for this country. There's a need for bipartisan discussion on this matter and engagement with the business community to determine what is the best way to go around all of these things. If we neglect it, there's something ahead of us that may not go well for each of us. And I think that even within the government circles, people are realizing that that is an issue that must be tackled.
Away from that, health authorities in the Ashanti region say they have seen a decrease in the number of persons being admitted to hospitals with COVID-19. The region has seen a 76% reduction of admissions of persons who are fully vaccinated to health facilities in critical condition. Here's a report by Beatrice Biogabra.
The Ghana Health Service in Ashanti region has since March vaccinated 400,000 residents against COVID-19. Out of the figure, about 100,000 are waiting for their second jabs. The vaccinated figure is just 10% of the targeted eligible population to be vaccinated in the region. Ashanti Regional Deputy Director of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Michael Roxneje, touched on some significant successes of the vaccination exercise in the Ashanti region.
So far, the vaccination has been good. And realize that persons who are fully vaccinated have 76% reduction in the risk of being admitted should they get COVID-19. So it means that the vaccine is playing a bigger role in preventing severe disease when one gets infected.
He mentioned a reduction in active cases in the region, but was quick to add it could not be fully attributed to the ongoing exercise. He noted about 98% of deaths recorded in the region were persons not vaccinated.
98% of the deaths we've had are persons who have not vaccinated. Moments on their sickbed when they were very ill, they had wanted to take the vaccine. But you know that once you are ill and you are, you have been admitted severely ill, you can't be vaccinated. There was a chance for them to vaccinate, but they postponed this vaccination till they got the infection, and it was too late.
Dr. Roxane J. was elated about the improving acceptance rates of the vaccines. The Ghana Health Service has mapped out a strategy to get the vaccines to organized groups and identifiable bodies to get more people vaccinated with less difficulties. Ashanti region has a total case count of 20,652 with 82 active cases. A total of 381 have died of the virus in the region. Beatrice Fiogabra, TV3 News. Kumasi.
And here in the studios of TV3, I am Komla Adom. If you stay with us after this break, my colleague George Quening will join us with the latest in the world of business.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Concerned about your family's safety at your home or business? Worry no more. Get more. For any window or door, get more. For unique custom-made solutions, get more. Call Trelidor 0561 24 24 24. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar-proofing.
As young girls, we had dreams. Dreams to be a star, dreams to stand tall amongst our peers, and dreams to be Ghana's most beautiful.
Here we are as young girls, evolved into ladies and serving as role models to many.
It has been a long journey, from the audition stages through to the live performances and eviction shows.
We must say, it's been such an experience. From the low moments and the high moments, we have enjoyed every bit of this learning curve.
From 16 down to 6 of us, the time for one of us to wear that prestigious crown is here, and we are super excited.
It is the grand finale of Ghana's Most Beautiful 2021, the most anticipated finale, and I can say that the ladies and I are super ready.
Yes, they are 6 beautiful, confident, and smart ladies poised and ready for this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful finale. Come see your ladies battle it out for the crown, the car, and a life of luxury and fame. Join us at the National Theatre of Ghana on the 3rd of October 2021 at 8 p.m. sharp. Tickets are going for 50 Ghana cedis. It's an all-ladies affair as we have 4 of Ghana's songbirds, Abiana, Thina Soul, Sefa, and Adina. Don't miss this spectacular night with amazing music and dazzling performances from our final 6 ladies. Push your favorite to be crowned by dialing *713*13# or download the TV3 Reality app on Google Play Store or Apple Store now and vote. Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Rediscovering true beauty.
Grab your tickets now at the front desk of TV3, Bachona Total, Airport Shell, Silverbird Accra Mall, and Kuala Osu.
And is sponsored by Lavon's Tomato Mix, Camel now from Kerex, Freedom from Casaprecon, GTP, Darling Lemon Drink, Airtel Tigo's Big Time Bundles, Lufat, Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Heaven Black Mosquito Spray and Coil, and Napa Mackerel,
Geisha, Close Up,
Ayo Insurance, Fun Milk Nutri Day Yogurt, and supported by
Mekaniju
be eshe
gamade tamwa paya
tamidio tamiji ninyi na nfantin de time aso Connect FM Western Trade Fair ekwetifu woni bronya kwesi ma meroba onye buhie ne nyinara akwa me na soro hie na ye wona wofasefo ne nyinara background so ho na wo hwe menyu nyinara kobidodo ebe say yantazupa ye bo yen anyu on for future business Connect FM Western Trade Fair ekwetifu woni bronya 29 September 16 October wata kwademo nanyim azatomfo na dwumoku ne nyinara roba let's say live on the Tatema for Friday tickets Sunday the Friday rapiona or your fashion show we are brown yes one more from no kwan or your Connect Kiddy Bash now consider we are brown yes a playing card championship na team Connect FM Western Trade Fair what's your friend book will stand 0244 244 027 and 0545 572 856 Connect FM Western Trade Fair and what for get the more MTN Momo yes Momo 8 now what from calling in ara Connect FM Western Trade Fair with the woman in program
A very good afternoon. It's time for business here on MiddayLive. My name is Josh Quinn. We are live on DSTV channel 27. Now let's begin from the oil and gas sector because the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, has urged government to stop spreading thinly petroleum revenue over many projects. A member of the committee, Professor Kwame Adom-Frimpong, made the observation at a ceremony to reconstitute the committee in Accra.
The Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, is an independent statutory body mandated to promote transparency and accountability in the management of petroleum revenue in the country. At the inauguration of the new PIAC in Accra, Professor Kwame Adom-Frimpong noted thinly spreading petroleum revenue leads to projects and cost overruns while reducing impact of projects.
At least one or two legacy properties that we can pinpoint, if possible, in all regions, pinpoint that this legacy or this property is from petroleum revenue. At times you use the petroleum revenue to do a lot of things, but it's difficult to identify or pinpoint. You go to a region, then borehole, small ones, and then the following year it's not there again. The roads, the way some are constructed, you go there, the following year it's not there again.
Deputy Minister of Finance John Kuma assured members of the ministry's commitment towards ensuring that the committee was well resourced to play its oversight role in the management of petroleum revenue in Ghana.
The committee has applied hard work and determination to the execution of its mandate since its establishment, and its work has impacted positively on the management and use of petroleum revenues in Ghana. Government's recognition of this is demonstrated not only in ensuring stable financial support to its programs and providing office accommodation for the Secretariat. On our part as Ministry of Finance, our doors remain open to PIAC for engagement and collaboration, while still respecting PIAC's independence as enshrined in the Act.
And now let's talk stocks, shall we? The Ghana Stock Exchange is confident trading stock brokers will lead to proper stock pricing. At a workshop for stock brokers and other interest groups, Deputy MD of the exchange, Abena Moa, indicated that being more knowledgeable in the business will woo more investors onto the market.
The reaction of capital markets to information on earnings, dividends, macroeconomic data releases, and how such information is converted into prices are very critical for potential investors in capital market securities. But over the time, such data has not been readily available.
One of the key things we do is to train our partners to interface with the companies that are raising capital and with the investors that are looking for investment opportunities, to train them to understand how best to price shares, to advise their customers on what price they can buy or what price they can sell their investments.
The training by the Ghana Stock Exchange is expected to provide recommendations for stock pricing in the country and also improve on listing on the exchange.
To take these research papers to the fund managers, to educate them, to make buy and sell recommendations to them. We expect them to take this knowledge and go to companies that need to raise long-term capital and say this is how you can value your business and have access to the billions of capital that is looking for good investment opportunities.
With the given information, the prospects and values on the markets would be shored up.
Now let's do some foreign business. Fuel shortages at the pump persist in the UK. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has assured drivers that the army could begin delivering fuel by the end of the week, among other temporary measures already taken.
Panic buying at petrol stations has led to some key workers struggling to get the fuel they need to travel to work, describing the experiences at the pumps over the last couple of days as well past frustration and annoyance. A decision on whether to deploy military tankers has yet to be taken, but about 150 have been put on standby.
We are bringing MOD trainers in to accelerate some of the HGV training. To clear a backlog of people who want to carry out those tests. So there's definitely a role there for the MOD, and we're doing that. In terms of other things, we've no plans at the moment to bring in the Army to actually do driving, but we always have a civil contingencies section within the Army that's always on standby should they be needed, but we don't know if that's necessary at the moment.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson has assured the British public the fuel situation was improving and people should be confident to go about their businesses after days of queues and pump closures.
We now are starting to see the situation improve. We're hearing from industry that supplies are coming back onto the forecourts in the normal way. And I would just really urge everybody to just go about their business in the normal way and fill up in the normal way when you really need it.
Other measures include an unattractive offer of 5,000 visas for foreign drivers due to expire on Christmas Eve. The government is funding training for 4,000 British drivers and sending letters to the 1 million HGV license holders to encourage them to return to work. The UK is now 100,000 drivers short, and tracking companies believe 5,000 visas will not scratch the surface. They blame the wider problem on Brexit.
Well, on that note, we end the business news here on Midday Live. Remember, you can get more news updates when you log on to our website, is freenews.com. Alternatively, you can join the business team on News 360 at 7. Thanks for watching. Sport is next with Eyal Fosulabi. Good afternoon.
From 16 beautiful and intelligent women, 6 have made it to the ultimate grand finale of GMB 2021. Who will be crowned Ghana's most beautiful Queen 2021? Sunday, 3rd October. Is it Safwa, Manu, Akosia, Mfojo, Settle, Wedaga. Vote for your favorite via short code *713 *13# GMB, rediscovering true beauty.
And is sponsored by Lavon's Tomato Mix, Camel now from Kerex, Freedom from Casaprecon, GTP, Darling Lemon Drink, Airtel Tigo's Big Time Bundles,
Lufat,
Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Heaven Black Mosquito Spray and Coil, and Napa Mackerel.
Geisha, Close Up,
Ayo Insurance, Fun Milk Nutri Day Yogurt, and supported by
Mekaniju
Eshe Gamade
Tamwapaya
Tamidio Tamiji Nina fancy there time also Connect FM Western Trade Fair Equitable and Brunya Quesima Meroba Onye Bushian in Nara how come and so Siena you know for siphoning in a background so no sir Menunya Naru Copitoto Ebe Sayan Tazupa you want anyone only for future business Connect FM Western Trade Fair Equitable and Brunya 29th September 16th October what up Kademo name as a John Funa Jumokuni in Naroba let's say live on the Tatema Friday tickets is Sunday the Friday Rapiona or your fashion show no matter area bro yes woman of Famano Kwan or your Connect Kiddy Bash the consider bro yes a playing cat championship not team Connect FM Western Trade Fair what's your friend book who stand 0244 244 027 and 0545 572 856 Connect FM Western Trade Fair at what for negative credit more MTN Momo yes Momo 8 no one from calling in a Connect FM Western Trade Fair with the food and the program
Eating at regular times during the day helps you burn calories faster and reduces the temptation of you snacking on foods that are high in sugar and fats. Hop on the Fat to Fit train and lose weight the right way. Lego!
It's about to get more sporty with a touch of super entertainment with your favorite stars.
And we played everything, get the Chaskele, the football.
Who should I take? Sunny Cruz?
Oh, why?
While keeping you up to date with every trending issue in your world of sports on Warmer Plus.
But in comes Thomas Tuchel and everything changes. And when he said he wanted to be better than me, I was happy.
Let's keep it more sporty and super entertaining every Saturday on Warmer Plus, right here on TV3.
Fruits and vegetables are low in calories and fats and high in fiber, which are 3 essentials for weight loss. So go on then and eat more fruits and vegetables. Hop on the Fat to Fit train and lose weight the right way. Lego!
You're welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here on the Midday News. Time now for sports, and my colleague Kelvin Ouswansan is joining me. And of course, one of the biggest stories will have to do with Lionel Messi's first goal for PSG and what a belter it was.
Well, it was a brilliant finish, and nobody expected him to just take that killer from that point. And I think the build-up to that goal was just succinct. Yeah. More like he was at Barcelona, and all he needed to do was to do that, put that finishing touch to that pass from Kylian Mbappe.
And the fans are so excited.
Yeah, he's really been struggling since moving from Spain to France, and I think this is the point where at least it will give him a lot more confidence in getting many goals.
All right, take it away.
Well, good afternoon. Let's have some sports on MiddayLive. My name is Kelvin Ouswansan. Well, the club licensing committee has conditionally rejected the Bavaria Sports Stadium and the Accra Sports Stadium as venues for the upcoming Ghana Premier League 2021 and 2022 season. Well, now the country's 2 biggest venues were part of 12 venues that were rejected pending further works to fix all the defects.
The decisions were taken based on the reports received from club licensing manager from the inspection visits across the various venues. 4 venues, that is the Wafa Park at Sogakope, Aliyu Mahama Stadium, Intamale Cape Coast Stadium and the Linkley Stadium at Obuasi, have been granted conditional approval pending the correction and fixing of defects by a deadline of October 18, 2021. The venues of Asante Kotoko, Ken Faisal, Hearts of Folk, Great Olympics, Brikum Chelsea, Techiman 11 Wonders and Bichim United were all rejected. So now that the venues have been rejected, but there is another Ghanaian making waves in Europe, and that is Edmond Addo. He was very influential, twice holding on the second time to be 13-time European champions Real Madrid at the Estadio Santiago. Black Stars call up, but could be invited in November to wear the national colors. And back to the world's best footballer we've seen in the last 2 decades. Lionel Messi scored his first UEFA Champions League goal for Paris Saint-Germain in a stunning fashion as they beat Manchester City in an enthralling group game. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola congratulates Messi for scoring his first goal for Le Parisien.
It's impossible to control Leo during 90 minutes, but they were not a lot to run, and he can be close to the box always. Is unstoppable. The way we have done is minimize as much as possible these kind of actions. A short personal relation for 4 years of him, I wish him the best. So when he is happy, I will be happy. He makes me so happy more.
Still on the UEFA Champions League, this evening would have a very big game, Villarreal against Manchester United. And ahead of that clash tonight, Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows the pressure is on for the Red Devils to get revenge over the Yellow Submarines tonight. The former United player is also backing Cristiano Ronaldo to score in tonight's game on his record Champions League appearance.
It's a group stage. There's only 6 games. You need 10, maybe 12 points to go through, most likely, and we've lost. Lost 3 points last time. If you end up with 0 or 1 point after 2 games, you need to win the last 4 probably. So it's still not a must-win game, but it's a very important game, definitely. The focus is on 3 points. We've been looking at Villarreal again, of course, looking at the final, what we can do better. Cristiano you can almost say when you start with Cristiano, it's almost one guaranteed goal. He has that record in his career that he will score goals, and 13 goals in 14 or 15 games against Villarreal means he enjoys playing against them. I know that we will improve with Cristiano. The more he gets to know the team and the way we play, the better we will become, and the more goals and chances he will get as well. So, but we have to play well to create chances against them.
So that game is on there, but this evening there are 2 early kickoff games. That is Atalanta FC Young Boys, who will be playing, as well as Zenit St. Petersburg traveling to play Malmo FF. Dynamo Kiev travel to the Allianz Arena to play Bayern Munich. Benfica against Barcelona in Portugal, and then Wolfsburg against Sevilla. Lille play away to Salzburg, and Juventus at the Turin host Chelsea in a very tough encounter. So that's it for sports this afternoon on MiddayLive. My name is Kelvin Osuansa. Cristiano Ronaldo would definitely want to replicate what Messi did.
I bet that is on the cards, and I won't be surprised if he does, really, because these 2 players, like it or not, have a competition going on between the 2 of them.
Well, we just expect fireworks tonight.
That's right. Thank you very much, Kelvin Osuansa, bringing us the latest in sports. There's a lot more stories if you stay with us.
Hello, my name is Nadia De Bocherina of Ghana's Most Beautiful 2020. I like to put my experience as a reigning queen in 2 categories. It was fun and it was challenging. Fun because I won myself a new 4-wheel drive. I got 10,000 cedis cash in my account. I got to retain the crown. That means that Everywhere I went, I was recognized as the reigning queen. It gave me the chance to speak to people I otherwise wouldn't have met. Doors were open to me. You know, I loved the love that I got from all and sundry everywhere I went across the country. But it was also challenging because I had work to do and I had to be creative and innovative. When I started Ghana's Most Beautiful, it was a personal decision, but by the time I got to the end of the contest, I had become part of a community and it now became my responsibility to serve the community. But it's been such a satisfying journey and I loved all of it all the way. And I'm so proud of the current queens who took that step and who have worked so hard to get to this extent. I appeal to everyone out there, Ghanaians, to come in your numbers to the National Theatre on 3rd October and support your queen because, hey, this crown is going to make a difference in her life and you don't want her to miss that. And one thing about this crown is that she's going to wear it, but she's going to serve the country with it. She's going to serve her community with it, and aren't we all lucky to have TV3 on our backs? So make it to the National Theatre 3rd October, 8 p.m. and be part of history in the making.
Vote for your favorite via short code *713 *13#. GMB, rediscovering true beauty.
But as usual, there is traffic. We still have a little time. Yenko Fie on Connect 97.1 FM. Yebe bonyuma opediamao. Eno ye friend no bomb mommy. And just before we call it a day, we'll go to town and listen to some unbelievable stories from anonymous callers. Yenko Fie on Connect 97.1 FM with me, Nana Ajwa Arthur, the Queen of the Airwaves.
Listen to Yankofie every Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Connect 97.1 FM. Connect FM, Yanyonam.
Ready, camera? Berla Mundi is a renowned Ghanaian media personality and women's advocate. She is passionate about social issues and takes exceptional interest in telling life-changing stories.
Can you believe through this Sababoya, I've been able to complete University of Cape Coast.
Welcome to Asinkushia. This is actually the cleanest city in Ghana.
Life is not a competition. Keep to the pace.
Action.
Welcome to the Day Show, guys.
The Day Show unravels life-threatening stories.
Before they can steal more babies, they need dead bodies to be showing parents that your baby is dead.
The passion, the fun, and sometimes not so very pleasant moments.
Yes, I have suicidal thoughts and homicidal thoughts.
Tell your story to inspire. After all, everyone has got one.
The Day Show with Berla Mundi now shows on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and repeats on Saturdays at 3 p.m. on TV3.
It's Saturday morning, and this is a good time to catch up on all you've missed out on during your busy week. That is why every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. we take the time to delve into the key points to ensure you are adequately informed as a citizen. We break down the week's biggest stories with the right personalities. We ask the tough questions. We bring you the biggest interviews. We analyze the key issues and allow you to contribute to the discourse. Our job is to ensure that you are part and parcel of nation building. If it matters to you, you will get it here first. Join me, Jifa Bampo, each Saturday at 7 a.m. for the key points. Key points, never miss a key moment.
The Key Points shows live every Saturday at 7 a.m. on TV3.
You're welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Time now to find out the latest news making headlines around the world.
New data has revealed that China hands out at least twice as much development money as the United States and other major powers, with most of it coming in the form of risky high-interest loans from Chinese state banks. According to Aid Data Research Lab at William & Mary University in the U.S. state of Virginia, over an 18-year period, China has granted or loaned money to 13,427 infrastructure projects worth $843 billion across 165 countries. Aid data says China has vastly outpaced all other countries in development financing, but the way in which Beijing has reached that level is, quote, extraordinary. Not too long ago, China received foreign aid, but now the tables have turned. Much of this money is linked to Chinese President Xi Jinping's ambitious Belt and Road strategy. Starting in 2013, it leverages China's expertise in infrastructural projects and ample foreign currency to build new global trading routes. North Korea has claimed it has successfully tested a new hypersonic missile called Hwasong-8 on Tuesday. State media said the new missile was one of the 5 most important new weapon systems laid out in its 5-year military development plan. They called the missile a strategic weapon, which usually means it has nuclear capabilities. Hypersonic missiles are much faster and more agile than normal ones, making them much harder for missile defense systems to intercept. 5 security officers have been killed during a surge in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, targeting a cell linked to the Islamic State group. The country's intelligence service said 11 militants of different nationalities had been arrested. There was no immediate mention of any incident in Khartoum by online platforms linked to the militant group. The group has never claimed any attacks in the country, but the US has warned of a possible arrival of Sudan militants. Algeria will on Wednesday begin producing Chinese-developed Sinovac vaccines for its own use and exports to other African countries. The production will be done in partnership with China and state pharmaceutical products company Sidal. The country plans to produce 1 million doses in October, 2 million in November and 3 million in December. The goal is to produce 5 million doses per month starting from January 2022. The government plans to vaccinate 70% of the country's 45 million people. Algeria also plans to start producing Russia's Sputnik V vaccine by the end of the year.
That'll be all for international news. Entertainment news is up next. Now, it's been 10 years since the Ashanti Regional Representative won the first and only Ghana's Most Beautiful crown. But Safwa, the pride of a region, is fired up to capture the crown once again. Naftali Bar takes a look at her journey and her plans ahead of the final.
She is bold, intelligent, and self-motivated.
Safwa is a very enthusiastic and passionate, young, beautiful lady who always wants to afford people around her that opportunity to be the best version of themselves. I'm fun to be with. Well, I would leave that to you, but I love to have fun. I love to be myself.
Just like her other competitors, Safwa from the Ashanti region set out with the intention of not only making indigents from her region proud, but win the ultimate prize.
We are in the 14th edition of Ghana's Most Beautiful, and so far it's only 2011 Ikuya took the crown to the Ashanti region. I strongly believe that this year is for Ashanti region. The Bible even said that we should declare a thing and it shall be. So looking at what is going on, the favor, the grace, even getting to this far, we will never get here and settle for less. So I strongly believe that the crown has to come to Ashanti region, and it will.
24-year-old Benedicta Safwa Samoa has stayed competitive, showing strong fortitude on stage.
But the cockroach is resilient even till death. And that is the philosophy of we the Ashantis. We fight even with our last breath.
Making it to the grand finale, according to the research assistant, is a dream come true. Her GMB journey has been thrilling and enlightening.
I'm so excited. First of all, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to God, and it has made me also appreciate the support system I have. Strangers I never knew see me and they love me. So it makes me really feel good about this whole thing, and I'm excited that I've been able to make it to the top.
To Safua, her greatest challenge and biggest threat on the show is how to be a better version of herself.
Because every time I strive to do better than what I did yesterday.
The poster girl is determined to rewrite the story.
If Safua doesn't win, Safua is winning!
And we wish Safwa and the rest of her 5 contestants all the best as we head to the final on October 3. That'll be our package for this afternoon. It came to you live from the News Hub at Adesawe Kanda in Accra. There's a lot more stories if you log on to 3news.com. Have a good afternoon and keep watching TV3.